Hello and welcome to Denbigh Mental Asylum. Built in 1844, it was initially housed to hold up to 200 patients. In 1899, after further extensions were added to the buildings, it could hold as many as 1,500 patients. There is so many sad stories behind this hospital. It is absolutely outrageous. From electric shock treatment to people being given toxic medication, and up to 20 people were lobotomized, having a part of their front lobe in their brain extracted. One of these patients sadly died. This is not a new case or something unheard of. These stories are happening all over the UK, all over China, up until this day. People being caged like animals, caged as prisoners, mentally ill people who need help, just left to rot. Disgraceful.
My name's Donna Ockenden and I am the author of the external report into Tower Van Ward.
Obviously you carried out the original report into obviously everything that gone on. You spent time with the families, you interviewed the families, and you obviously found out some extremely sort of difficult and personal things about what had happened to their loved ones. And now they've sort of chosen you as the person to carry out this ward to board, to make sure that every single person who was involved or who had any idea or any inkling as to what was going on is held accountable for. And why do you think it's so important for that they've chosen someone who they trust, someone such as you, that they have that faith in?
I think the only way that we can learn going forward, the only way that we can say hand on heart that this will never happen again, is to undertake an independent and thorough review of how Tower Van was allowed to happen. I feel really honoured that the chairman has asked me to do this. I feel doubly honoured that the families have invested that trust in me, and I will conduct that piece of work with, I'll conduct that piece of work with, the diligence and the care and the professionalism and the independence that it deserves.
And as for sort of writing the report yourself, the first one, speaking with the families, I mean, have you ever sort of come across something like that before? I mean, how hard was it for you to hear these things about how someone, like you said, they were humans, they were mums, they were dads, they were brothers, uncles, husbands, and hearing how they were treated by people within North Wales?
I mean, I've spent 30 years in and around the health service, and some of the things I heard, many of the things I heard were shocking and upset me terribly. But I started out on the piece of work with one purpose, and that was to search for the truth, and I believe that I did that to the very best of my ability.
And obviously I know there's no way you can sort of put timescale on, but do you think that these families will get all the answers, all the trust, all the truths that they need, and that the people will be dealt with, basically?
Yeah, we heard today very clear promises from the chairman, and I absolutely believe that those promises will be carried out in support of the families, but also in support of the wider healthcare system across North Wales. I have every faith in that.
Thank you so much, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
After 144 years of service, the building was finally closed down and badly vandalised, being set on fire actually. Now, was this an act of vandalism or perhaps a cover-up? Nothing exists anymore, no paperwork, just twisted stairways, the odd bed burnt to the crisp, nothing of any history to show the sad stories what really happened in this hospital. This was not a place to help the ill get better. This was a place to experiment on poor human beings, treating them as if they was caged rats. So many people who have left this hospital will no longer live a normal life. Their lives have been ruined, and this is just something that should not be going on in our country. Not only the victims suffered, but also the families suffered, and this needs to be stopped. It really does need to be stopped. It is said that today in China, treatments the same as this are still occurring. and this is how the building looks now.